Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at another book on productivity called Do More Better, a practical guide to productivity. Now, I read this book on the heels of Crazy Busy, which I found helped clarify a lot of the ideas and issues which Crazy Busy raised for me. While Crazy Busy was a meander through the thoughts and struggles of the author on busyness and integrating into the Christian life, it didn't really have any hard and fast conclusions, whereas Do More Better was different. Stick around, have a cup of tea with me, a cup of coffee, whatever your favourite beverage is, and we'll chat about it more, okay? We're looking at Do More Better. This book is divided into two sections. The first section, Tim Challies, who's the author, explores our busy life and discusses the theology of work, which I mentioned earlier, helped clarify some of the issues that another book that I read called Crazy Busy raised. Now, in the first section, Tim takes the readers through some exercises on how to set your foundations and your focus in order to be more effective when working. The second issue, we get a practical advice on how to boost productivity, and we're given a look at how Tim himself works. Now, I guess the main takeaway is a system which Tim says revolves around two things: a home for everything, and like goes with like. He talks about which tools he uses and how to set them up productively. But in this video, I just want to focus on the first section, setting your foundations and your focus. We find in this book, Tim says that a lot of Christians will compartmentalize their life. What's compartmentalizing? Well, it's basically dividing your life into two sections. So let's use two boxes as an example of this compartmentalization. Christians will have like two boxes, one for Sunday stuff and the other for everyday stuff. Christian stuff goes into the Sunday box and only gets pulled out and worked on when at certain times, like Sunday. During the times of the week we have sectioned off for Sunday stuff, like midweek Bible class, devotional times, etc. The rest of the week, the Sunday stuff gets put back in the box and pushed off to one side, packed up and not considered. And then we go about the rest of our week with the every other day stuff box open. Stuff like working, rest, eating, traveling, all that sort of thing. What Do More Better is suggesting is that Christians live a holistic lifestyle and combine both boxes together. Okay, so here's where we get to the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life and why are we talking about it in a book on productivity? Well, the author Tim Challies argues that we need to incorporate our work into our Christian lives, and he starts at the very foundation of the Reformed Christian tradition, and that's the first question of the Westminster Catechism, which basically says, what is the meaning of life? In technical terms, it actually says, what is man's chief end? And the answer, which you can find throughout the Bible, I'll pop some Bible verses on the screen here. The answer basically says, man's chief end and highest goal is to glorify God and to enjoy Him completely. So what's the meaning of life? To glorify God and enjoy Him completely forever. Therefore, anything we do, including work, must rest on this one foundation. So we need to make God look good, and by removing compartmentalization in our life and committing to glorify God and enjoy Him forever needs to be the basis of everything we do, whether it's eating, whether it's drinking, whether it's working, whether it's at rest. glorifying God involves doing good works and making God look good. Now remember that good works are only possible because of Jesus Christ's free gift of salvation. We're not saved by doing good works. Good works are an outworking of our salvation through Christ. So what's the goal of Do More Better? What's the goal of this book? Well, he's trying to establish our productivity on the foundation of the good news of the gospel. Making it part of our whole life is the goal of this book. Forget compartmentalizing our stuff, our life, into Sunday stuff and everyday stuff. No amount of organisation and time management will compensate for a lack of Christian character. Not when it comes to this great calling of glorifying God through good, or bringing glory to God by doing good to others. And look, I can hear a lot of people saying, yeah, but my job sucks. It's really bad. And I can understand where you're coming from there. But if you think about the work you're currently doing, and if you think about it and you say, look, it's not exciting, it's not impressive, there's no way this humble, dull, boring job will ever bring glory to God. Tim puts it this way. Tim provides a quote from Jean Edward Veith, which may provide some perspective on this. So the quote is, essentially, your vocation is to be found in the place you occupy at the present. A person stuck in a dead-end job may have higher ambitions, but for the moment that job, however humble, is your vocation. Flipping burgers, cleaning hotel rooms, emptying bedpans, all have dignity as vocations. They're spheres of expressing love to our neighbours through our selfless service in which God is master. So I hope you find that useful. I hope maybe that will encourage you to read the book more. But there you have it. That's my take on it. Do More Better is a nice, short read and on a very helpful topic that a lot of people, including myself, struggle with. And it's a book that I'd recommend you take a look at. And while you're doing it, don't forget to read more, think more with your favourite beverage. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, share this with your friends.
No, push it back. And turn it so it's... And so the latch is exactly the same as all the others. It's got its place. It's its place.